Welcome to video class Op Amp Inverting Amplifier. I am Dr. G. Mehboob Basha, working as Associate Professor of Physics at Osmania College, Kurnool. In the previous video lesson, Introduction to Operational Amplifiers, we learned about what is an op amp, block diagram, pin diagram, ideal and practical characteristics, and its applications. In this present session, we are going to learn schematic representation of an op amp, equivalent circuit of an op amp, inverting amplifier, negative feedback arrangement, concept of virtual ground, gain expression of inverting amplifier. Let us start with the schematic representation of an op amp. A high gain operational amplifier can be represented by triangle with two input terminals. One is inverting input and the other is called non-inverting input with one output. Ground is common for input and output. The output voltage is directly proportional to difference of the two inputs. Hence, the operational amplifier is called difference amplifier. To work operational amplifier, we need a dual power supply, minus 15 volts 0 and plus 15 volts. Minus 15 volts connected to 4th pin of an IC, plus 15 volts connected to 7th pin of an IC of 741. Next we will see equivalent circuit of an op amp. The picture showing an equivalent circuit where small r represents the input impedance of an op amp lies between inverting and non-inverting inputs, where Vs is the differential input between inverting and non-inverting input. AVS represents Thevenin's voltage source and R0 represents the output impedance. The open loop gain can be defined as the ratio of output voltage to differential input voltage. Open loop gain is nothing but gain of an op amp without feedback. Let us see the open loop frequency response. It explains the behavior of an op amp. Gain in dB versus logarithmic frequency curves are called Bode plots. dB means 1 dB is equal to 20 log gain with base 10. AOL, it means gain of an op amp at low frequency, open loop gain of an op amp at low frequencies. It is constant up to a particular frequency. After that, it decreases with respect to the frequency. It is because of stray capacitance at the output. Stray capacitance is caused due to internal junction capacitance of transistors. Why? Because operational amplifier is made up of with 20 transistors. Each transistor will have two junctions and each junction acting as a capacitor. Because of 40 junction capacitances, the stray capacitance arises at the output. Because of this capacitance, reactance varies with respect to the frequency. The output voltage decreases. As the output voltage decreases, the gain decreases. The gain decreases at the rate of 20 dB per decade or 6 dB per octave. Decade means if the frequency ratio is 10, it is called decade. If the frequency ratio is 2, it is called octave. Now here the first break frequency can be defined as it is the frequency at which the gain decreases 3 dB lower of its maximum value. Now for a single break, single stray capacitance, we are taking here open loop frequency response with single break frequency. Under this state, the operational amplifier is unstable. To increase the stability of an op amp, we need to connect negative feedback arrangement. Once we connect negative feedback arrangement, the gain of an op amp decreases, but gain stability increases and also the bandwidth increases. In this diagram, under open loop condition, bandwidth is 100 Hz. When we connect a negative feedback, the bandwidth increases from 100 Hz to 1 kHz. Let us see the working of an inverting amplifier. First of all, what is an amplifier? Amplifier means an electronic circuit. It increases the strength of the weak signal. Operational amplifier can be used in three modes. One is inverting amplifier, the other is non-inverting amplifier, and third one is differential amplifier. Let us see the working of non-inverting inverting amplifier. In case of inverting amplifier, we apply the input voltage to inverting input by grounding the non-inverting input. When we apply AC signal at the inverting input positive half cycle, we will get a magnified inverted output signal at the output. When we apply negative half cycle at the input, we will get a positive half cycle, magnified positive half cycle at the output. The output signal is in out of phase with respect to the input signal. It means phase difference between input and output signals is 180 degrees. Hence, the particular input is called inverting input. Let us see under DC conditions what happen. Under DC conditions, when we apply positive voltage, we will get a negative DC voltage at the output. For negative DC voltage, we will get a positive DC voltage at the output. Hence, the inverting amplifier can be defined as a positive going input results negative going output. Similarly, a negative going input results positive going output. Hence, the input of an op-amp is called inverting input and the circuit is called inverting amplifier. Let us see the output voltage in inverting amplifier. The output voltage is directly proportional to difference of the two inputs, or the output voltage is equal to the reciprocal constant A times of difference of V2 and V1, where A is called open loop gain. Under ideal condition, its value is infinity. Under practical conditions, from 10 to the power of 5 to 10 to the power of 7. In inverting configuration, the terminal V2 is grounded, non-inverting terminal is grounded. Hence, V2 is equal to 0. If you apply this in above equation, then we can written as above equation V0 is equal to minus A times of V1. Let open loop gain A is equal to 10 to the power of 5. For different input voltages, what is the output voltage? If input voltage is 1 microvolt, the output voltage is minus 0.1 volt. If the input voltage is 100 microvolts, the output voltage is minus 10 volts. For the input voltage of 1 millivolt, the output voltage is 100 volts. Theoretically, we may get 100 volts, but practically it is impossible. Why? Because let us see the ideal voltage transfer characteristic curve. It is the curve between input voltage and output voltage. We are taking input voltage on x-axis, output voltage on y-axis. For a given observation, if the input voltage is 0, the output voltage is 0 under ideal condition. But practically, we may get output offset voltage of 180 millivolts. But here we are taking ideal conditions. So under ideal condition, we can take output voltage 0 volt. For the input voltage of 1 microvolt, 100 microvolts, if we draw the curve, it's a straight line passing through the origin. For the of 1 millivolt, the output voltage is saturated and we are getting here minus 15 volts, means DC power supply voltage. For higher input voltages, the output driven into saturation region. Similarly, for negative input voltages, the output voltage is saturated here for plus 15 volts. It means the operational amplifier under open loop condition is under unstable state. So, we need a negative feedback to increase its gain stability. The slope of the straight line gives us the open loop gain of an op-amp. Let us see what is negative feedback. First of all, what is feedback? Feedback means fraction of output voltage fed back to input is called feedback. Here, the output is connected to inverting input, hence it is called negative feedback. If you apply this output voltage to non-inverting input, it provides positive feedback. We need a positive feedback in construction of oscillators and multivibrators, where we will discuss in detail about positive feedback. Let us see in detail about negative feedback. Here, Zi and Zf, two impedances are connected, forming the feedback network. Zi is called input impedance and Zf is called feedback impedance. Zf is connected between output and input at point S, and Zi is the input impedance connected from input to point S. Now, input current is In and feedback current is If. Here when we connect fraction of output energy fed back to input through impedance at point S, the total voltage is here, input voltage is Vi and feedback voltage is Vf, both are out of phase. This type of feedback is called negative feedback. It can be defined as if the fraction of output energy fed back to input is in out of phase with respect to the input signal is called negative feedback. Because of the negative feedback, the output voltage decreases but gain stability increases. We can calculate by this formula what feedback voltage. Feedback voltage is given by beta V naught, where beta is the feedback ratio Zi by Zi plus Zf times of V naught. For example, if V naught is 100 volts and beta is 1 by 10, so that means we will get 10 volts here. This feedback 10 volts means fraction of output voltage fed back to input is only 10 volts when we feedback here. So it provides the negative feedback. The point S is called summing point and it's also called virtual ground. Let us see why it is called summing point. Now here, because of advantage, what are the advantages of negative feedback? Because of negative feedback, the input impedance increases, output impedance decreases, gain stability increases, bandwidth increases, noise decreases, distortion decreases. Because of this advantage of negative feedback, we use operational amplifier under negative feedback arrangement. Let us see why point S is called summing point. Why? Because here the input current and the feedback current algebraically added at point S. Let us see here. At point S, input current In flowing towards the point S and Ia and If currents are flowing away from the point. According to Kirchhoff current law, we can write as In is equal to Ia plus If, where Ia is the current flowing the input impedance of an op amp. It is in order of nanoamperes, so it is negligible. Therefore, input current is approximately equal to feedback current. The point S is also called virtual ground. Why it is called virtual ground? Let us see. If we calculate the effective impedance between point S and ground, we can able to understand why point S is called virtual ground. Let us see the input impedance between point S and ground, Rs is equal to, according to Ohm equation, Vs by In, where Vs means what potential at point S Vs and current flowing through the point S In, where we know In is equal to Ia plus If. Ia is very small, it can be negligible, so therefore equation can be written as Vs by If, or where If means feedback current. The feedback current can be written as the ratio of potential drop across the Zf to Zf. So Vs minus V naught by Zf. Zf we can write in the numerator, or by rearranging the above equation we can write as Zf by 1 minus V naught by Vs, where we know minus V naught by Vs called as a open loop gain. Therefore the effective impedance can be written as Zf by 1 plus A. Let gain open loop gain of an op amp is 10 to the power of 5. Input impedance and feedback impedances are 10k and 100k. The effective impedance between point S and ground is calculated as 0.1 ohm. It is very small, negligible resistance between point S and ground. So point S, the potential at point S is approximately equal to ground potential. If both are same at this potential, no current flows from point S to ground. So here, why the effective impedance between point S and ground is very small? It is due to negative feedback. The point S acts like a dead short in terms of voltage, since there is no potential at point S between S and ground. Hence the point S is called virtual ground. Let us see the gain expression of an inverting amplifier. If Zf is the feedback impedance connected between output and point S, and Zi is the input impedance connected from point S to input, and if In is the input current flowing through the input impedance, If is the current flowing through the feedback impedance, according to Kirchhoff current law at point S, the algebraic sum of the currents meeting at any point is equal to 0, or the current flowing towards the point is equal to the currents flowing, the algebraic currents flowing away from the point. Therefore, at point S, I in is equal to IA plus IF, but IA value is negligible, so we are writing I in is equal to IF. We know that I in nothing but the current flowing through the input impedance, that can be written as V in minus Vs by Zi. IF can be written as Vs minus V0 by Zf. So open loop gain can be written as minus V0 by Vs, or Vs is equal to minus V0 by A. So open loop gain value is very high, 10 to the power of 5. So Vs approximately equal to 0. By substituting this value in above equation, it can be written as V in by Zi is equal to minus V0 by Zf. Or rearranging the above equation, closed loop gain of an op amp can be written as V0 by Vin is equal to minus Zf by Zi. Closed loop gain means the gain of the op amp under negative feedback arrangement. So by this formula we can able to understood that it is very easy to design operational amplifier inverting configuration by choosing Zi and Zf values. For example, if Zi and Zf both are same resistor 10K, therefore according to this formula gain is unity. Therefore the output voltage is equal to minus input voltage. It means the circuit acting as inverter when we take same values of input and feedback impedances. Means in mathematical applications where we need inverter circuits, we can use op amp as inverter by choosing Zi and Zf same value. Next, we can use if we select Zi is equal to 10K, Zf is equal to 100K, therefore gain of the amplifier is 10. Therefore it amplifies 10 times of the input voltage. Therefore such circuits are called inverting amplifier. Here we should remember that input impedance of an op amp should be very high. So practically when we take Zi value, it should be greater than 10K. Now why we are discussing about concept of virtual ground point S in detail, and Zi and Zf we connected here in case of operational amplifier. Why? Because Zi in the place of Zi, if we connect capacitor, the circuit acts as a differentiator. If Zf is replaced by capacitor, it acts as an integrator. So for many applications, mathematical applications, we are using operational amplifier in inverting configuration. Hence inverting amplifier play very important role in mathematical applications. In the next session we will see operational amplifier as integrator and differentiator. Thank you.